So I think it's very clear that bail is not a rule, it should be an exception. Something on media. The electronic media has evolved tremendously in India in the last few years, having immense power to create opinions, to shape nations' present and future. A number of issues which would otherwise not have surfaced have been taken up very effectively and allowed justice to be done. You yourself have been a favorite of the electronic media. There is also a strong feeling among many of us that the media sometimes, rather than relaying the truth, pushes forward what they want people to think and what they want people to say, and hence distorting the real facts. Do you agree with television's lack of objectivity and your experience?
Well, the answer can only be yes and no. I am a very strong believer in free press. Freedom of expression and speech is something which is so unique to a human, right, that every individual must have right, to speak freely. And only way we can speak freely is through press and media. So, my first take is that yes, the press must have absolute freedom. Unless and until you have free press, democracy itself will be in peril. Because we are not China, we are India. And that's the reason why we are able to keep our heads high in the world community. That we are the largest democracy in the world. We may have illiteracy, we may have poverty, but we have this beautiful gift which is given to us by our forefathers called democracy. And except for 2 years period when Mrs. Gandhi tried to trifle with it, I would say, and I'm sure you will share with me, that democracy has functioned rather well in this country. One reason is, checks and balances in the constitution like judiciary, CAG, etc., etc. But the other is the public opinion. So any political party which has tried to take people for granted, take Mrs. Gandhi, she thought that by imposing emergencies she was doing great to India. And the Garibi Hatao slogan would really give her governance for many years. What did she find? She removed emergency and she lost miserably. The Janata Dal came, they played around with the rights of people, fooled people, didn't do anything. So in 1980, people threw them out. BJP, told the country that there is great governance here, and what was that Vajpayee's favorite this thing?
India.
Shining India. And people didn't believe that. I have no doubt that with today's frustration, perhaps UPA also might face very serious. That's largely due to media. I will give you a very beautiful example, and I just never narrate into Gita. That Thomas Jefferson, one of the great architects of American Constitution and America, was once asked a question that what would you prefer, press without government or government without press? And his answer was, I would prefer press without government. So, to that extent, America has gone. And you know that the press in America is so powerful. And that's why people, you have seen how Nixon was thrown out. It was because of the Washington Post and 2 journalists who carried out fantastic investigation. Now, undoubtedly, media has a great responsibility. Are they able to, shoulder that responsibility? Yes, there are serious issues. I have said, publicly that regional media, for example, has very serious question marks. I mean, we live in a state where regional media, how it is exploiting its situation and power. We know that. But I would still say that by and large, electronic media is free from, any kind of personal biases. Yes, they may have political philosophy. But that's fair enough, because everybody has a right to have a political philosophy. Even a businessman has a right. And behind all these media are businessmen. So if a particular businessman has a particular political philosophy, that is bound to be reflected on the channel that he owns or controls. Nothing wrong about it. So long as they are able to project every news which is newsworthy. So to that extent, I personally feel that there are not instances which I have seen. Yes, they do overstep, sometimes. And project personal issues which should not be projected. Privacy must be respected. To that extent, I would definitely say, take for example Arushi murder case. The privacy of the child who has, died, who has been so brutally killed, has to be kept. Unfortunately, media lost, its balance and tried to say many things about the, child who was just about 16 or 17 years old. But it is media's persistent pressure which has now led to reinvestigation in the case and Supreme Court saying that the father and the mother must face the trial. But for that, they would not have faced the trial. So it's a very unique situation. I would still say that I would give a benefit of doubt to the media, including the electronic media.
That's very great.